Good morning. It's Monday. There's some flurries out there, but not enough snow to keep us from school and keep me from book talking. I did read a couple books last week. I got to about Thursday and I was like, I'd only read one book, and I was very alarmed because I'm a reader. I like to read. I choose to read instead of choosing to do other things. That's how I read so many books every week. But it doesn't mean that everyone has to do that. So when I say I read 4 books last week, it's not a judgment. I didn't play a single video game. I didn't play a single game of volleyball, basketball. I didn't race cars. I didn't do anything else. I read. That's my recreational activity. So take that for what it is. So the first book that I finished was book 2 of the Aurora Rising series. There is a book 3 and it's not out yet, and I'm dying a little bit inside, okay? It's really, they are literally in the middle of a catastrophe when this book ends, and so I'm very concerned about them. What I really love about Amy Kaufman and her co-authors, because it seems like she always writes with someone else, is that they have what is called a found family. So even if your own family was slightly dysfunctional or non-existent or they've already passed away, you find people to be your family. And I love that as a concept, the idea that you get to make your own family. And so that's where we are in this book. So crazy explosions and space travel and intergalactic weapons and all the action you could ever want. And also this sense of family that I really appreciate. So very much recommend it. The Girl in the Picture. Okay, this is not a terribly thick book, and I read it super fast. It's one of those whodunit mysteries. So at the beginning of the book, someone's already dead, and it's sort of up to you and the author to unravel who actually killed them. I felt like there weren't a lot of clues along the way. Sometimes you know, but halfway through the book, that's who did it. In this one, I don't know if you could have done that because there literally weren't enough clues. There were 2 or 3. I'm not the type that really tries to figure them out, so I might have missed the other couple ones. But it all wrapped up really fast at the end, which is not my favorite way for a mystery to go, but I mean, at least I know who done it, right? So it's in our mystery section if you're interested. Of course, Aurora Burning was in sci-fi because space travel. I say that as that space travel always goes in sci-fi, and we have this one, which is an adventure book where they go to space, and it's not sci-fi because mainly it's not about science. It's not about how they managed to make it to space. It's not some weird chemical reaction or set in the future kind of book. This book is sort of incidentally space travel related, as in these teenagers are training with NASA for an intergalactic mission. And as they're training, something pops up and they have to put what little training they have into use to save the universe. I mean, as this happens, right? You got to save the world. I actually really liked it. It was another one of those found family sort of things. So these kids get together and they really form a tight bond and they're friends. And I really liked it. I really did enjoy this one. It was probably my favorite. Well, that's hard to say. I read a lot of good books this week. So the last one I read was historical fiction, 1815, which is the Regency period. So if you've watched Bridgerton on Netflix, this is the same period. What's funny about the Regency period is that it's only 9 years long, and yet there are 1 million books set in that period. And so it must have just been a time of great joy. In fact, it was, because what happened was the king was going crazy, mad, insane, and his son was appointed the regent for the country. And in those 9 years, they just lived it up. Like, the actual king wasn't paying attention, his son was in charge, and they're like, let's live life. And so the Ton really did party and have a good time. And I guess that's why there's so many books said about it. This one, even though it's in historical fiction, is a strong mystery, sort of spy story. These young ladies, who are all best friends because they were all born a week apart from each other, have to save one of their suitors from murder attempts. It was really good. If you like Bridgerton, you will like this. And if you don't know what Bridgerton is, but you've heard of it and you're like, but I don't have Netflix or I don't have time to watch it, maybe this would be a thing for you. It was really good. I very much enjoyed it. So you guys come see us. We are seeing more kids this semester, and we're so excited about it, but we could always use more people. So come talk books with us. Come check out books with us. Come say hello through your mask, 6 feet away. We miss you guys.